Hello everyone, I am Himasati Sharma and students we are discussing the chapter called Water, a Precious Resource for class 7. We were discussing water cycle and we had already discussed the three phases, which is evaporation, precipitation and condensation. Now the fourth phase of the water cycle is collection of water. So when the water precipitates and come down or rainfall or snowfall occurs, the water falls back on the earth. It travels along the surface of the earth and it gets accumulated at different places, like as surface water like lakes, rivers, seas and ocean, and as groundwater under the ground. So this completes our water cycle, and this is how the amount of water is regulated and circulated on the earth. Now we will be discussing about groundwater. So we have discussed and we have learned till now that the water which is falling on the earth as rainfall seeps inside the ground, seep inside the surface of the earth, and it is called groundwater. So the water that falls on the earth's surface slips inside the earth and get accumulated in the cracks and gaps of the rock which is present inside the earth. Now, the water which is present on the ground, the upper layer of that water is known as water table. So, water table shows how much amount of groundwater is present in the earth. The water table can vary from one place to another. So, for example, a place where rainfall is occurs at high rate, there the water table will be up. And if the place like Rajasthan, it is dry and not humid, where rainfall occurs very less, so there the water table will be low. Now the water that is present beneath the water table of a place is called groundwater. So groundwater is actually water which is accumulated inside the earth, and the uppermost layer of that groundwater will be water table, and it will vary from place to place. Now, this water gets accumulated inside the earth because of different sources. So, rainwater which falls on the earth, it slips inside the ground. Water in the rivers, lakes and ponds often slips into the earth and get accumulated as groundwater. So, here you can see with the picture that this is groundwater. This is also groundwater. This is saturated zone. This is unsaturated zone, and this is groundwater which is present inside in between the rocks. Now we will be studying some terminologies. One is infiltration. Now what is infiltration? Infiltration is basically a process by which water accumulates into the ground by traveling through soil pores. So traveling of water through soil pores to get accumulated below the ground is called infiltration. So infiltration is basically the traveling of water through the soil pores to reach the ground. Next is aquifer. What is aquifer? The underground layer of rocks that contain water present between their cracks and empty spaces is called aquifer. So aquifer is basically a reservoir of water. So generally aquifer is called huge reservoir of water which is present under the earth. Now next we will study how underground water can be obtained for consumption of living organisms. So groundwater is generally obtained by digging wells using hand pumps and electric pumps. So we know that water is present inside the ground. To utilize that water or to use that water, we need to dig the ground so that we will reach the water table and we can avail the groundwater. And this can be done by digging wells, by using hand pumps and electric pumps. What are the uses of groundwater? So as we know that groundwater is fresh water and therefore it can be used for various purposes like consumption or drinking water, domestic chores, irrigation of crops, water services in public building and offices, and firefighting, and for industrial purposes also. So these are the uses of groundwater. Now water table, as we have discussed earlier also, that water table is not same everywhere. It varies from places to places. So similar way में water table gets affected in different seasons. So when at the season where rainfall is there, water table will be up, and if there is no rain or during the harsh summers, it will deplete. Now what is water table depletion? The water table of a place may decrease if we keep on taking out more water than what is getting replenished due to rainfall. So it is simple logic. It is not a rocket science. So if the water table is there, or if which is the upper limit of the groundwater, so if we keep utilizing groundwater more and more, so output is more and input is less. Like water is seeping or infiltrating at a lesser rate, rainfall is not there, and groundwater is not being replenished, but it is being taken out more and more. So what will happen? Water table will lower down, and this lowering down of water table is called water table depletion. Now, why this water table depletion is occurring? Because of the several factors. What are these factors? First of all, increasing population. As population is increasing, the requirement of water by the population as water is their basic need is increasing. Now, water is constant. The water, more and more groundwater is, more and more wells are digged, more and more tube wells are installed. So what is happening? More and more groundwater is being utilized by the human population, and hence water table, it is receding. So as the population of region increases, the demand of fresh water also rises sharply. This means more water is being required, and also population increase demands more space, which leads to construction of more houses, shops, industries, buildings and roads, which leads to deforestation, as we discussed in our Forest Our Lifeline chapter. So the rain is brought on the earth by forest. So now there are deforestation is there, so there is a little less rain. So now what is happening? That groundwater demand is more and replenishment is less, and hence water table is depleting. Now the second reason we will be studying in our next video. Thank you.